move this mountain. I just don't see it any other way. I'm too weak to make the climb. I need a miracle this time. That's when.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna and I'm your host of Afternoon Drive Home on IC Radio in the town of Geraldine, Alabama. You know, IC stands for In Christ Radio. It also can stand for I Can See You on Television because we're on channel 182 on Charter Communications. And you know what? That's right here in North Alabama. You can also find us worldwide, and that's on Abundant TV, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. I got my girl buddy here with me right now. Cathy, you know what? We go back a long way, don't we?
Yes, we do. And we've had some good times over the years.
Yeah, well, there's more in store because we've got a new show that's coming up, and it's going to be called The Edge. We're picking right up where we left off a few years ago. Do we need to tell people how many years that was? We'll be aging ourselves. We do.
Yeah, because that was 2005.
I know. I keep wanting to say.
But I don't think we've changed much. Do you? I mean, our children have grown up, but
my hair
I
is
don't think we've aged much.
My hair is longer.
Well, mine's a lot longer. It's a whole lot longer. Actually, I just got a couple of inches cut off a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and you and I
too long.
You and I are do-it-yourselfers. We do a lot of. I mean, because we like the challenge of it all.
Right.
And
I like to go to the salon to get my hair cut. You know, the ends trimmed and my bangs trimmed. And you know, the style now is the part down the center or in the middle or on the side, but I don't really have a part, and I tried to go with the longer bangs. I tried it and I couldn't take it, so I got them cut off last week. You know,
well, mine, I have this cowlick right here, and so if I have my hair parted in the middle, it just has this weird look to it. And I've tried spraying it down. If any of you folks can tell me what to do about that cowlick, I'm gonna tell you it's a pain. So so that's why I kind of wear mine. It wants to do that. Does your hair have a mind of its own, Cathy?
My hair, actually I have to flat iron it to be straight because it has so much natural. It's not curl, it's waves. So women and men, you probably know this. So in Alabama humidity, what does that turn to? Fuzz. I can go to sleep in the winter and I'll put a little super skinny or something in it, you know, and I'll wake up and I have the prettiest curls. But in the summertime when I wake up, it is fuzz. You might as well just throw it up. I wear my hair up more than anything, all the time, just about.
Okay, I have Indian in me. I've got Indian, and my hair is very, very coarse, and it's very straight. Now, my parents did not mean to do this, but not back in the 1970s when I was growing up, graduated in 1977 from high school. And so most of the girls went to school would iron their hair. You ever heard of that before?
That's like flat ironing now.
Put their hair out on an iron, put a towel over it.
Oh, a real iron.
Oh my God, I'd be afraid to do that.
A real
I didn't have to do that. I had it made back in those days. So my parents would say, get a permanent in that hair. You look like Cher. And I'd be going, really? I wanted to be told it looked like Cher. So it was just long, straight, no wave, no nothing. Was that?
Well, I had, would you remember our moms? They loved low maintenance. And I cut my own children's hair when they were little. You know, you buy a really good pair of cutting shears.
You gotta have some
cut your own hair. It's hard to cut your actual own hair, though. I can't cut my own hair because you know it would turn out not well. It would not be good. But years ago, you know, like when I was a little girl coming up in school, elementary school, a lot of my friends, if they're watching this, I had short hair, really short hair. My mother would just cut it off. You know, I had short bangs. I had what they called the short shag. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was short and it really didn't have a structure. It was like a shag. And then do you remember the Dorothy Hamill ice skater?
Oh, I had that once.
I had that. That was like my last haircut.
I just love the way my hair moved. I mean, we just
the big poof. in the back. You remember the big poof in the back? The big, it puffed
I
up.
gotta, I gotta tell you a story. This is crazy. My friend Robin Robin was from North Carolina. And so she and I were best friends. We came to Geraldine the same year. I grew up in Oxford, Y'all Acres #2 out there, close to Oxford Lake. And so we moved up here. My mother's family is from Geraldine. And so we get up here, and so we decided to do each other's hair. And this is back the Farrah Fawcett look was in.
Oh,
So we
yes.
go from shared straight hair to Farrah Fawcett, where it's like a million layers. So she and I would cut each other's hair. And what we would do, she had a swing set in the backyard, and we would just kind of hang upside down on that swing set. And then our hair would be laying down. We'd get a pair of scissors and kind of just like there's your head and you're upside down. And so this would be the hair. So we'd get the hair, hold it, and then cut it. Now we were good at that. And then when you get back up again, you would just have all these layers, and it was just kind of cool. And everybody would tell us how we looked like Farrah Fawcett. I mean, we eat that up. But then I told Robin, I said, you know what? We got to streak our hair. Remember streaking? Streak your hair. And
I
it was
don't remember that
basically,
either
it's
now. You
kind of
gotta
like
help me on that. What
frosting.
was that?
That was in the 70s.
What did they, well, that was, I mean, Donna, I was just barely born in the
I
70s.
keep forgetting we're not the
What,
same.
what was that? What is streaking?
Well, this is cool. So what you would do is you would have this, it was a bonnet-like thing you would put on your head. You'd buy the kit, and it was about $4 back then. And you would buy the kit and put this little bonnet on, and it had a whole bunch of holes in it. And then it came with this little thing that looked like a crochet needle. And what you would do is just pull strands of hair out, and then you would put this light color on your hair. And you would only have like these little streaks of, and it was really cool looking. And so you would have, like dark hair, kind of like I do now, except it would have like little blonde streaks all through it. But my hair grew
Well,
so fast, I had to have it done all the time.
that's interesting.
Yeah, but let me tell
Because,
you what I did. Yeah, but I
huh?
can tell you what I did, Kathy. This is crazy. So Robin had put a rinse on her hair. We're always doing something to her hair.
Right.
She did not, and I didn't know any better anyway. So I went on ahead. She had done mine, and mine looked awesome. I mean, I was just like, man, I look like Farrah Fawcett, doing all that. And so, then it was my time to do hers. So I'm pulling it through. We're doing everything. I went on ahead and put the developer and the color and all that stuff on there, reading the directions just right. And I did it exactly like it said. So I took the towel off. It had this little plastic thingy on it. So I took the towel off, and her hair was green streaks.
Oh, no.
So
Oh,
I'm
no.
looking at her hair, and I'm running out the door. And then I run out the door, and you can hear her screaming at the top of. Now, this is back when you didn't have green hair. So, I mean,
Yeah.
now it'd be popular, they'd be like, whoa, man,
Yeah.
that's cool. So, what had happened was Robin had put a rinse on her hair, and it was a chemical thing. And so she had green streaks,
Oh,
and her mom had to take her to the beauty shop and get that handled, get it taken care of. So you read the
wow.
directions, and if you're doing your buddy's hair, make sure you ask if they put any rinse.
Okay, well, I have got to remind you of this, or maybe you and your husband may have already have moved when this happened to me. Okay, I'm pretty sure you weren't here in our viewing area when this happened because you're already in the Carolinas. But there was a guy named Anthony that used to do my hair for the
I love
morning
it.
show.
Anthony had magic fingers.
Oh yeah, but let me tell you what happened. Okay, we're talking about hair mishaps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he put the wrong back then. Now I do my hair. I do my roots and out of a box.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing that for 10, 14 years, a long time, because I was so scared of it ever happening again. Okay. So after me and you moved to the Carolinas and I was doing the morning show, Anthony would come on the show once a week. Well, he loved to get a hold of hair, right? Do you remember that?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
he loved to get in your hair. I mean, cut it, color it. So he talked me into doing these platinum highlights. Now, what you're talking about, putting the cap on and pulling it through. Okay. Back in, that would have been like 2007, I guess, or 8 when it happened. Anyway, he put the little coloring cap on me and he pulled it through. Oh my God, it was so painful.
I know it hurt.
It was so painful. I said, now, and then it's not much hair that he had done. And I was like, oh, I can handle this. Well, it turned out really pretty. It was just, you couldn't even really see the blonde highlights because they blended so well. Well, speed up a little bit. Months went by. He was going to do it again, but he was going to give me more color, more like that platinum white, which is actually in last year.
I'm going to do more. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he was going to do more, right? I said, okay, then that's fine, Anthony. Okay. This was on a Thursday evening. Okay. My hair did what you just talked about. He did something wrong and it turned green.
Chemical reaction of some sort.
It's something to do with your hair's coloring texture and the way it pulls color. So anyway, long story short, he worked on my hair that night for like 3 hours. I got a haircut. We cut like 3 inches off, and my hair was strawberry red on Friday morning. I cried all night. I thought my hair was ruined forever. I thought I was going to be a redhead then for a while, but he fixed it. It's just that we had to leave it alone. I want to say it was like for a week or two, though.
Oh yeah, because
I had that strawberry red color, and he fixed it. But and he didn't mean to do it. It was something to do with the product. But from then on, I remember him telling me there's some kind of rule you don't put ash in on blondes or something. I don't know what the rule is, because I've used the same color of my little L'Oreal box now all these years. I don't do the roots. I just do the roots. I don't do the rest of my hair. Just the roots is all I touch up.
My hair has been every color in the world. It's just, I just like changes. I just like, just doing stuff to it. But one time, I'll tell you what I did, is I've had long hair for years. And so we were living in Charlotte, North Carolina. And so I thought, I just want to do something different. I just, sometimes us women are, we just, I'm just going to do something different. I got it cut short. I'm talking short. And it was another reason
Really?
I wanted to give some hair, though, to the Locks of Love. And so there was a lady who was on my show. And so she went on ahead and she said, now, how short do you want to go? And I said, no, don't trim it this time. I said, just go ahead and cut it off. So I'm going to donate my hair. And she said, oh, you got good, strong hair. Thank you. We'll donate this. So she really cut it. So I come home, and you know how you can tell when your husband does that? He's trying to be sweet. He's trying to be nice, and he's trying to be polite. He don't want you to cry and all this kind of stuff. So he'll just kind of look at you kind of like, you can tell they don't like it. And then so I looked at him and I said, what do you think? And he goes, and that means they don't like it. So he goes, like that. And I said, you don't like it, do you? And he said, I'd like you if you didn't have any hair. He said, but it will grow back, right? Will it grow back? And I said, my hair next week, it'll probably be down to here. And because it grows super fast. So how important do you think it is, Cathy, for us to, because whether we like something or not, how important is it to please the husband and to have your hair like he likes it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But my husband's the same way. He's really sweet about that. I'll say, I got 3 inches cut off my hair today, and he'll say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He can't even tell,
But it'll grow back. Yeah, but I'm telling you, it wasn't no 3 inches.
But now I will tell you one funny story. One time though, I told him I got my hair cut off, and it was pulled up like that, sitting up. And he said, oh my God, did you get all your hair cut off? That's what told me I don't need to get all my hair cut off.
Don't do it. But I actually like mine long. And some people look awesome with short hair. My deal is my hair is so thick and it's so coarse, it does better long. If I've got it short, and I tried this one time, I got my hair cut, and it was kind of like a pixie like. My hair was like a crew cut. It was just thin.
Oh wow, it was
like that, and I couldn't get it to lay down for anything. It was just so there I was. It was like, did you ever hear about Brill cream? It's what men used back in the 1960s to make their hair lay down. I was looking for some Brill cream, something, because it was just, and I didn't. It looked like my granddad's crew cut.
Oh my. Oh my. Well, I think the Dorothy Hamill haircut, that was probably my last shortcut.
Uh-huh.
After that, do you remember when the perms were big
Yeah.
in the
I
late
didn't need a
70s,
perm.
early 80s?
I didn't need one because it was,
Everybody got a perm to let their hair grow out.
uh-huh.
So that's what I did. I had short Dorothy Hamill hair with a perm. My hair was so curly that summer, but then of course it grew out, but
Uh-huh.
it grew out beautiful.
Uh-huh.
And ever since then, I have this just permanent wave that
Uh-huh.
I have when I get out of the shower. My hair's like naturally got a little wave to it,
You're lucky to have that wave, I'm
Well,
telling
if you have mousse, in the summertime, like at the beach,
you. Uh-huh.
if the humidity's not too high, it looks like a little body wave in your hair.
Hmm.
Looks like you put a perm or something in your hair, in mine.
I want you,
But
do you still see Anthony every now and then?
I have not seen him in many
We need
years.
to get him on this show. We need to
I
get
don't
him.
know where he lives. I have no idea.
Anthony, we need you, okay? Because I want to tell you what,
Yeah.
he was magic fingers. I
He
loved
was a good hairdresser. Yeah. The young lady that I use now, her name is Katie, and she actually is such a fabulous hairdresser.
him.
She can straighten your hair or cut your hair in 10 minutes.
That's what you're
I
looking for.
lost you for a second, Donna. Did you
I'm,
lose me?
I'm right here. No.
Oh, okay. My screen went blank, but then it came back, so I don't know what happened.
Oh, it's
But
probably in rest mode. While you're on the air, you need to take it off of rest. And I can show you how to do that after the show.
oh, is that what the little green head is over there?
Mhm. It's in rest mode. Some computers, if it's an older computer especially, it uses up a lot of RAM and it uses up a lot of space. And so those had to have a little rest time.
Okay, that's what it is, I guess. But anyway, Anthony was a great hairdresser. KT is fabulous. You'll have to meet her when you come down to visit me down this way. Like I'm going to meet all those wonderful people up that way in Geraldine, because that area was absolutely beautiful.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's
The
gorgeous.
drive, oh my gosh, it was so pretty there.
Mhm.
That's actually near Mentone, Fort Payne. That's it's just beautiful countryside.
It
Beautiful.
is. There's a lady, her name is Cheryl Baker, and she owns a farm, is Baker Farms, and they are up in Mentone. And you think Geraldine is out in the country? You ain't seen nothing yet. I'm gonna take you out there. You need to meet Cheryl. So
Okay.
Cheryl is a supplier for several businesses. She has greenhouses, and there is no internet service there.
Really?
It is
Yeah.
really, really, and I'm gonna tell you, it's over 100 acres, and it's just magnificent. It's beautiful. Have all kinds of farm animals, chickens, cows, and goats, and sheep, and there's got everything. And then she has these it's three magnificent, I'm talking massive greenhouses. And this
Wow.
girl can grow anything. And so I've been at her farm. We did a show one time, and it's due for me to go back again. But Cheryl is something else. And I'll have to tell you something she did. She does things that are kind of like out of the norm. So we're going through the farm, and I was looking, and I said, okay, this is really weird. I got to ask you why this is. I said, I'm noticing several of your trees and several of your bushes have tinfoil on them. What's the cause for tinfoil on your trees? And it makes perfect sense. So what she does is she roots branches and trees and stuff like that. So she'll find a limb she wants to root. She'll get a knife and notch out the top and the bottom of that. She finds the top and bottom she wants to use. And then she'll put some kind of a gate gauze like thing around it. And then
Wow.
she'll put like a Reynolds wrap type thing around it, then tinfoil, and she kind of makes it kind of like a ball around the
Wow.
limb. And then it stays on there for months. And she said, you'll never have a better rooting system than that. And then she'll
Wow.
get a saw or something and cut that off and puts it in a pot and sells it.
Wow.
So,
Oh, so she sells the plants
oh yeah, because
as
she sells
well?
all over the world. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Does she grow agriculture like for feed
mhm,
or for people to eat,
for
like tomatoes and
people to
cucumbers?
eat. And
Oh,
so,
really?
but these big stores, I can't say which ones, I'm not allowed
Yeah,
to,
right.
but these big, huge stores actually buy her plants. And it's so clean. I mean, it's just
Wow.
her chicken house. Well, USDA could come out and inspect it anytime, but the chicken houses she has, they are so clean.
Yeah,
It's
they have to be. Those are, you know, I have to commend a friend of mine here. Actually, just got a award for chicken houses,
ah,
some kind of agricultural award. And her and her husband grow chickens and clean. I'm talking, you could eat off the floors there. I mean, it's so clean in
well,
those chicken
chicken
houses.
houses are not like they used to be.
No,
Because I used to, you couldn't go on a vacation, you couldn't do anything. You never know
mm-mm.
what might happen. Could have
Right.
electricity goes off or whatever. But the chicken house farmers that I know here use their cell phones. They can actually go on a vacation somewhere, and if there's a problem, they'll get an alert. There's an app you can get, and there's alert on their cell phone, and they can take care of it on their cell phone. It's just crazy,
Yeah, they can control the temperatures
crazy. I think it's just
in the chicken houses and all from phones now. They sure
yeah.
can do it all.
I
It's
think
amazing.
it's so
I'm just so excited. There's so many things that we can chat about. We're just going to have a fun time, I think, doing these shows. Of course, I'm enjoying doing the Zoom. This is pretty cool,
Yeah,
you know.
this is pretty neat too. Let me ask you
Yeah.
another question because I'm anxious to get back in Calhoun County again. And I miss all of my friends, and we're part of the Morning Rotary Club and the Chamber of Commerce. Now, we used to have a lot of fun on Morning Rotary Club. And back then, not many women were members. And
No,
so I was one of the few women who was members, and that kind of treated me like I was their sister, And so we just all had a good time. And back then, they had it at the Victoria, and it was every Friday morning at 7 o'clock.
yeah, I don't know where they meet now because I kind of got out of that. Well, I wasn't a member of that per se, but the TV stations we used to do the Chamber of Commerce in the afternoons. Remember the
Uh,
business after hours? I
uh-huh,
think they still do all that.
uh-huh.
You know, but Sherry, a lot of the people I knew, I think they've retired
Hmm.
that were there. So we need to go and see who's new and meet the new people.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I used to be an ambassador with the Chamber of Commerce, and it was neat because you get to go to all the ribbon cuttings. It was just fun to be an ambassador. And so, I mean, you got to be right in, and you and I like to be in the thick, in the middle of things anyway.
Yeah.
And so it was just something. And Elmer, you remember Elmer from the Chamber?
I don't remember. I
Uh,
remember Sherry.
yeah, boy, I loved Elmer. Elmer and I were on a lot of projects together.
I remember Sherry. She used to come on the morning show a lot. But
Uh-huh.
now I think I want to say, I'm not for sure. I think she moved south
Oh,
to warm, sunny beaches. I
uh-huh.
think. I'm not sure though. I'm
Uh,
pretty sure.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and we've still got some great businesses here. I mean, we really, right now, we need to help all the small businesses as well as the large ones
Isn't it
in
pretty
all of our counties, Donna, because they really are going to need it. A
much?
lot of things are happening that could really harm them because of the fact that, that's like they were talking about our gas prices are going down. Well, that is a wonderful thing. But if it's
Not
going
much.
down because of demand, that's not so wonderful. That
Well, they're
means
not
the
going
trucks
down
aren't
yet.
moving merchandise on the interstates.
Now,
So
and let me tell you another thing about the show. It's going to be really interesting. I'm not so sure. You're conservative. I know you are, but I'm not so sure you're as into it as I am. Because I am like really, you're talking about gas prices going down, but they sure did take a hike up. I mean,
oh well, the only reason why they went down is they started going down was because they're using our reserves,
mhm,
which I think was supposed to be saved for emergencies.
yeah.
But he's using them, which does help our gas prices. But now the gas prices are going down because demand is going down because nobody's going to pay $5 a gallon to go to the beach.
You want to know why they're going down?
They're not
It's
going to do that.
no, I'll tell you why it's going down. Pretty close to election time. We got an election coming up.
Oh, yes, that's true. In November.
You want to look
Mhm.
good when election time is coming up. But the thing
Mhm.
about it is people remember the high gas prices. They're going to remember
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well, the bigger than that, they're going to remember right now, food prices. They aren't going down.
That's
They
another
just
reason
keep
you want to
going
watch
up.
this show, because Kathy and I are
Yeah.
going to talk to you about how to grow your own vegetables.
Right.
By the way, get ready now for your fall garden. It's about time to go ahead and start planning for that. So I'm going to have me some taters.
I was fixing to say, you told me the little Zoom we had last week was potatoes. I can plant them again.
You most certainly can. And I saw this really neat thing. So this guy gets this huge, huge pan. I mean, it's like a big, big, like tin type pan. And then he gets another one and cuts some holes in it, just a few holes around it. So he sets it in there. He just gets some potatoes that he got from the grocery store and puts the potatoes in there, covers it up. And then a few weeks they'll be growing and you'll have lots and lots and lots of potatoes. But the neat thing about cutting the holes with the inside bucket, you lift the bucket out and you can just put your hand inside those holes and find your taters.
Oh, now I didn't make my holes that big.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
then you just
smart.
put it right back in to
That's smart.
the outside one, no holes, but the inside one's got the holes. So I'm going to
Oh,
try that.
wow.
I'm going to see how that works. What
Yeah,
the?
now that's different because my tubs are just, I've got the holes, but they're not that big, you know. They're about the size of a bottom of a coffee cup,
Mm-hmm,
you know. They're not big enough to pull a potato through.
mm-hmm.
Well, at least the potatoes I grew anyway, because they were actually big. I actually think I let them grow a little bit too long because I had to use them right away. They
Okay,
were kind
now
of
what did you
soft
do? How did you plant yours?
from potatoes.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want them to go to waste, and they had a bunch of the eyes on them. And evidently, it's probably because those were organic potatoes I had bought because they were out of the other Idaho type potato.
Uh-huh.
And I had two of them, and they had a lot of little eyes and the little spuds.
Mm-hmm.
So I planted them not far under the ground, under the ground, I would say under the ground, but in my tubs under the dirt.
Uh-huh.
And they probably stayed there a month and a half, about 5 weeks,
Uh-huh.
maybe 6.
Uh-huh.
That may have been the problem. I probably should have checked them
If they were
about
a little
for
bit
5
soft,
weeks.
if they were a little bit soft. Kathy, we have under 2 minutes left in the segment. We're going to come back. I want to talk to you about how to make kale chips. You ever had kale chips before?
No,
Oh, they're good. And they're
I've
good
not
for
had
you
those.
too. They're not going to be greasy and they're going to be really
And they're
good.
made out of kale,
Uh-huh.
and you grow kale?
Uh-huh.
I figured.
Uh-huh. Now that's something else you need to plant now for the fall garden is kale. But now I've had kale all summer and they just kind of came up. I didn't plant them. They came up from where I had them last year. So, I mean, we eat kale
Wow.
salad, kale chips, kale this, kale that. Thank you so much for watching Afternoon Drive Home. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Afternoon Drive Home. You can find us a lot of ways. You can find us, first of all, on the internet. Go to icradio.media and you can download the apps there. You can listen to the music. We play music. There's all kinds of great Christian music. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, as well as Abundant TV, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. You know, you're the apple of my eye, and you're going to be the apple of Kathy's eyes too. I promise you, because we know you could be doing anything else, but you're watching us. And we hope we can say some things that you're going to love and you'll take with you, and some really helpful techniques and tips. It could be makeup. I want to do makeup. So you wear your makeup really well.
Or
So,
glasses.
oh,
I
yeah.
got my glasses on. I just wear contacts for distance, but I have my glasses on for distance today.
Kathy, say bye. We got to go.
I'll see you in just a few.
Okay, folks, y'all hang in there. We're going to be right back in just a few minutes. Again, thank you so much for watching.